Multicolor 3G. Join me on my journey, past, present, and future. Lord, show me your will, your way, and give me your words. Women like me, not yet sick, are facing a lifetime risk of developing cancer. The term Previvor, I found, women who have a predisposition to develop breast cancer take proactive steps to control our health and survive 2 ways. First, we submit to intensive routine screening. Second, we take chemopreventative drugs that put us in a temporary menopause for 5 short years. Or thirdly, we can opt for preventative surgery and have our breasts removed before they get a chance to kill us. This can be looked at as having the mastectomy we're likely to have anyway. In 1989, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 54. We will celebrate her 81st birthday this year and 27 years cancer-free. She's taking good care of herself, and she enjoys life to the fullest. Yeah, hallelujah. And we're sad she couldn't be here today, but she will get a copy of this. Since that time, so much progress has been made with diagnosis and treatment of cancer. In 1998, at age 40, I began to have yearly exams. Moving often, I carried my x-rays with me and had developed dense breast cancer. In June of 2005, a suspicious area was detected, which led to a biopsy. The result was no atypical cells. Was clear. In 2008, I've moved to Nashville. Films now with digital technology. My family physician recommended every 6 months with callbacks to monitor suspicious area. Before I leave the office, they're making my next procedure appointment. 2 years later, I'm enjoying watching the twin grandsons as my daughter and her husband celebrate an anniversary, and she is here. Upon their return, I hear, by the way, I had a doctor's appointment last week. Thank you. Because I found a lump in my breast. We're waiting on biopsy results. I can't find any words. I'm clueless. All I can do is pray and love on her. A few days later, at age 27, it's invasive ductal carcinoma, grade 3 at 1.5 centimeters, both ER and PR positive. Overwhelmed, understatement. With fear and anxiety, I hit my knees. Lord, wrap your arms around my daughter, and devil, get out. A few weeks later, the Chattanooga race for the cure occurred. At my daughter's side, we walked, accompanied by several members of the church she attends. As we approached the finish line, we were greeted by a host of church runners and walkers who presented Valerie with pink roses. I was moved to tears at their support and their compassion. Life after the race was spent searching for answers, for direction, care for 2-year-old twins who are now this big. Surgeries, chemotherapies. Now, I live 2 hours away. Why can't it be me, Lord, not my baby with her babies? The following year, my turn at more tests. A discussion with the radiologist sharing my family history. A change in my left breast led to another needle biopsy. My mind races back 6 years. The fear comes, and now round 2. Ding. Tuesday's biopsy went much easier than the previous. We'll have results Friday, which turned out to be a long holiday weekend for the doctor. No call on Friday. The office puts me off until Tuesday. Grrr. Ooh. More than slightly agitated, I drive to the doctor's office. You'll have to wait for them to return after lunch. I did. So I did exactly that. Finally, the nurse calls me back. It's not cancer, but you need a surgical consult as soon as possible. Why? What? Huh? I'll schedule the appointment and call you later today. 2 long days later, I'm in the surgeon's office. The nurse understands my impatience, and I'm clueless really to why I'm there. The doctor gives me the news. Atypical hyperplasia. Huh? Say that again? It's not a matter of if you will have cancer, but when. Speechless. Imagine that if you know me. A lumpectomy is scheduled next week. I have excessive drainage, infection, more antibiotics, and a packed incision that took forever to heal. The pathologist report showed no atypical areas or malignancies. Praise his almighty name. September 2011, it's back to Chattanooga for a one-year cancerversary for Valerie. She inspires many with her fighting spirit and winning over cancer. I walked beside a nurse practitioner discussing breast health. She stated, because of your risk, you need to know that you do have options. Wow, what an eye-opener and blessing I received that day. My physical in October, I discussed the subject with my doctor, who had read an article written by Dr. Ingram Mazzoli on breast care high risk at Vanderbilt. Scheduled for 2 months out, I was told that I, age 54, was at 6.9%, and 10% is considered high on the scale. I was told exercise, weight control, brisk walking could reduce my risk by 30%. By the way, I was already doing that. Though strong and in pretty good health, it's time to consider prophylactic breast surgery and reconstruction, which should be started at the same time. Information overload. Many choices to make. Time to pray for direction and make tough decisions that I'll have to make by myself. February's consultation with the plastic surgeon, I learned of a lot of different reconstruction procedures. Expanders, flapping, size and implants, go big or just go home. Then we discussed my feelings and desires. Is bigger really better? What's best for me? I'm already double D. As options were weighed out, the insurance approval for prophylactic bilateral mastectomy, reconstruction expanders, and implants are in the plan. After much prayer and thought, I decided the best decision is proceed. My plan? Have surgery, recover quickly, and get back to work between surgeries. Surgery began May 14, 2012 at Vanderbilt. A 24-hour stay, then home. Some 8 hours later, I come rolling out of surgery. I'm still hungover, leaving recovery, headed to my tiny suit, shared bathroom and all. They had to move a chair out of the way to get the bed in. Valerie's waiting there. They asked me, can you walk over to the bed? Really? They asked me that? Hold on to me and I'll try. 24 hours later, after jaw-dropping naps, I have the luxurious resort, dressed in unmatched attire, a strange-looking stuffed bra, complete with drainage tubes and gauze, expecting to hear at any moment, you look marvelous, darling. Oh, wait, I'm still dreaming. Now we start the 100cc weekly fills. They're supposed to be easy, but I need numbing cream to get through it. I ask, how will I know when I'm done? One day in front of the mirror, I made the decision, enough discomfort. The doctor thought I should keep going. I've had 400 cc's of the planned 520, but I'm done. The doctor tells me the rocks in my armpits will remain for another 3 months. I should have charged admission for the show I put on at the bowling alley as I bowled with rocks in my pits. Doesn't work too well. October comes. I begin the first day of the rest of my life. As I wait, the revolving door was going round and round. I'm at peace. God has this. I cling to my prayer bear. The anesthesiologist decides no sedative prior to surgery, so maybe I can wake up in less than 8 hours. Guess the recovery nurses really want to go home sometime tonight. I slid over to the not-so-big operating table, listening to the bustle around me. Then comes the mask. Deep breathing. IV string. Going, gone. Expanders removed. Released the interior chest wall tuck. Now I know why my sternum was so sore. And the implants can settle into their new homes. Silicone implants inserted. 520 cc's. Big. October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Mom has to have a 13-year-old deteriorated implant replaced. Valerie has another reconstructive surgery. I get my new twin girls, Faith and Grace. We are pink in 3 generations. Puts a new meaning to keeping it in the family. We also found our foobs, fake boobs. as they are called, seem comfortable in the same temperature as the operating room they were born in. They make my 3D tattoo nipples want to stand up and shout, "We're so cold." My husband has taken a real hands-on approach to finding a solution for my warmth. Stay tuned for more on that later. My journey has been a big step of faith. I've never regretted my decision from day one. I drew nearer to God as He to me. I realize He is all I need. The past is behind and I'm moving forward. At the first 5K survival race, which is one of these medals, I was met at the finish line by my daughter, who placed the medal around my neck. As we crossed the finish line the next year, I hung a Medal of Honor around my mom's neck. At 79 years old, a 25-year survivor. 2015 being year 3, a gift of having all 3 of us together. What a difference SURVIVORville made in our family. Priceless. Thank you, Karen. I'm now a big giver. Oh boy, yes I am. Donating time, money, blood, sweat to many charities. I've grown to love Gilda's Club, Music City Marathon, Red Cross, and Women's Survivor Alliance. From running fundraising races, all of these, to sitting at a table holding a recently diagnosed sister, my life has changed. At the second SURVIVORville convention, the man I was dating fell in love with me and my big heart as he watched and also volunteered. He had no idea what he was getting into. For 3 days, we poured ourselves out for survivors. Now married, we pour ourselves into each other. Changing colors, now June, July of 2015. Painless, gross hematuria. Short-lived. What? Doctor reports show no indication of urinary tract infection or kidney stones. Concerned, she requested a CT lower abdomen, and it showed neoplasm of unspecified nature of my bladder. What's a bladder got to do with it? Then referred to a urologist. A few days later, he asked a few questions and spoke of it probably being a tumor and very possibly bladder cancer. That was all I heard, as he explained the rest to my husband. Next morning, scheduled for a cystoscope, TERPST, and as doctor expected, non-invasive, low-grade carcinoma, a 1-inch tumor with 2 other spots found and removed that he didn't anticipate finding in there. I am now in recovery and on a 3-month watch with a cystoscope. My life has changed forever during that 2.5-week period. I've gone from a Double D to Previvor Pink in 3G to a multicolored 3G in a very short period of time. So what is my second act? Continue to be healthy for myself and support my family. We proudly wear our No One Fights Alone bracelets, spreading God's love and the news of Women's Survivor Alliance. To give support to all who come across our path with spiritual, emotional, and physical strength to become overcomers. Yes. My prayer is to stand firm, face the enemy, go out and fight like a girl. Live life to the fullest every day. Make it to the finish line again next Saturday on my half marathon. And be thankful for all that I have been given. To God be the glory. Thank you.